Hi everyone! So today we're starting our seed planting. It's about time. It's February and we need to get started with those that take longer to germinate. So what I want to start today is a Dalmatian peach foxglove. I'm very excited about this one. It's new to me. I want to do some snapdragons and some lavender, which also is not harder to my zone. So this is exciting. So let's get at it. So for the seed planting, I'm going to use some Jiffy Premium seed starting potting mix. This is a really good mix. It's not very lumpy. I've got my container here. We're going to mix it up in the container and then we're going to put it into the tray. So let's get this mixed up first. Yeah, this soil feels great. Is it ever nice? I highly recommend this Jiffy seed starting mix. It just feels great. It's not lumpy. It's soft. It just really feels nice on the hands. Impressive. This is the first time I've used it, but I've heard people say it is really good soil, seed starting soil for plants. So far from what I can see, they are right. So we're just going to add some moisture to it and get it going. That's better. Mix it all up. Still needs more. It's going to take probably my whole can. I might as well just dump it in. Mix it around. Yeah. That's better. I'm just going to add a bit more to it. All right. So now that we got the soil all packed in, the first seed I want to plant, and I'm really excited about planting this is Johnny's Dalmatian Peach Pelleted Hybrid Digitalis or Foxglove. Now, this is 94% germination rate. And I am excited about this one because I'm in zone 3B and most of the foxgloves are biennial, which means they bloom the second year. But the Dalmatian series blooms the first year. So this is kind of a peachy pink tone. So it should be gorgeous. So I'm really excited to get this planted. This is a short-lived perennial or biennial. It's good for zones 4 to 8, so I'm going to treat it as an annual here. Of course, the plant is extremely poisonous. Germination rate is 14 to 21 days at 65 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 to 21 Celsius. Perfect house temperature in the winter. Growing, you're supposed to deadhead it, encourage additional blooms. Sun to part shade and space about 12 inches apart. Harvest when the lower third of flowers on the spikes have opened. So I've never planted this one before. This is from Johnny's. This is brand new. And this is in a capsule. And these, nice thing about Johnny's is they're very smart with the way they package stuff because they have the resealable envelopes that the seeds come in. So if you don't use them all, you can reseal them. But check this out, you guys. Like, I don't know if I should even put this in this one. I think I should put it in a smaller tray. Hold on, I'm going to get a smaller tray because this is super, super small. So before we plant the big tray, I'm going to plant this in this small tray. Just because this is such fine seed and so small, it does not need to take up a lot of space. So I'm just going to fill this. And I just happened that nice thing about doing soil mixture like this in a bin is I had enough that I could just quickly change my mind and put it in a different container, which is awesome. We're just going to do that. Make sure it's pressed in really good. And a little bit more just on top. And these will be planted on the soil surface. And then I'll just press them in after. Then open this up and we'll see. Now my hands are dirty from the dirt, you guys, so you can see how fine those seeds are. You know, I mean, I can get out here without losing them. When you buy seed like this, you want to get every last seed. So I'm just going to sprinkle it in, and it's really, really fine. This is like carrot seed is how I would describe this seed. I'm just going to try to scatter it over. The nice thing about this seed is because it is pelleted, it is white, so it's easier to see. But I see I'm just getting some stuck in my fingers and then the dirt here. So make sure I don't waste any. Okay, so you can see the little white flicks. That's the pelleted foxglove seed in the Dalmatian mix. So I'm so glad that they pelleted it. It is wonderful that you can see it. So now I'm just going to lightly spray it, and that is done. So we're talking 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks for germination on this, which is fine. We're starting it early. It's February right now, so we got lots of time. My last frost is anywhere from May 11th to 20th. So this should be in good shape, and we'll see how it does with such a high germination rate. My first time trying this seed and growing it in the house, and the first time buying it from Johnny's. We'll see what it does. So I'm just going to grab my sprayer and we're going to mist it. So just my sprayer here. Make sure everything's covered, and I'm just going to press it down just a little bit with my fingers, just to make sure it makes good contact with the soil. And then I'll just mist it a little bit more. Man, this is nice soil. I am impressed. Oopsie, there's a couple stuck in my hand. Okay, I'll just spray it, make sure that I got it good. So we're just going to mist this every day or every other day, and we're going to put it under the grow light over here, and I'm going to make a tag. I'll just show you. I have my coleus right here, and I'm going to have a couple little dishes here of my smaller seeds, and I'm just going to make a tag now. So we're going to Dalmatian pink foxglove. Everything's all dirt, but I don't want to wash my hands because Dalmatian. And I'm just going to put peach. Foxglove. And then I just put a date on them. All right, and I'm just going to stick that. I'm going to put it actually right at the front, and you can see that is done. Now, before I go any further, you guys, I want to show you what we did, and this is different from last year, is Rob installed the grow lights for me. So you can see them there, and we installed them underneath the shelving units in my kitchen. So that is super handy. So I'm just going to move these under there so they get the light. And so this should work really well. I have one on that side, and then over here, I have another one right here. I haven't turned on yet. So this is going to make it so much easier. It has an on and off switch on it, and all we did was screw it into the cabinets there, and then we cabled the tubing in behind the picture and down to the electrical outlet. So nice and clean. Rob just finished grouting up the tile, so that's all done. He finally he had some eye surgery, and so now he could see and do it. And he's done some caulking there, and we have some paint to touch up a little bit in the corners, but no big deal. So that is so impressive, and I am so thrilled to have it because it should make growing seedlings easier than trying to rely on the light from the door, which is what I was doing. The room gets a lot of light, but I don't think it was enough for the seedling. So this should help compensate. So now I'm going to plant two more things today. I'm going to plant the rainbow mix of the Snapdragons from West Coast Seeds. These are traditional mixed in pale pink, coral, blood red, and yellow. They grow in full sun for best results, and they're 12 to 36 inches tall and attracted to hummingbirds and bumblebees. Timing, you want to start them inside 8 to 10 weeks before planting out last frost, and you want to plant them on the surface of the soil, and they need light, of course, to generate. And they're like kind of like the digitalis, they need 10 to 21 days. And you want to pinch the tops off them to promote growth when they're about 3 to 4 inches tall. So we're going to do that one. And then something exciting, I've never planted before, I am going to plant English lavender. Now it will be an annual in my climate because I am a zone 3B, but I've always wanted to plant some lavender in the garden, and what better way than to experiment and grow it myself. So this is a 90-day full sun germination, 8 to 10 weeks inside. You must start them ahead, just kind of like everything else I'm starting today. And they want you to press the seeds into the soil, keep them moist, and they will emerge in 14 to 28 days. So the lavender takes a little bit longer to germinate, and then you want to move it to larger containers after it has at least 2 pair of leaves. And you want to sit them in the garden, and they actually bunch up really nice, so 30 centimeters apart. So, you're looking at, about a good 1.5 feet apart. So not bad. So we're going to plant the lavender. I'm going to put at the back here, and then I put the snapdragons at the front. So we'll start with the lavender. Let's see what the seed looks like for this one. And this is a burpee seed. So I have seed from all sorts of sources, which is kind of cool. So we'll see how it does. And more carrot seed, you guys. That's what I'm seeing. More carrot seed. Isn't the most pretty flowers usually the finest? So I'm just going to go in here and I'm just going to gradually just rub my fingers together and spot this all. And you are not going to be able to see these. And I'm just going to take half the pan for them. And I know sometimes they're coming out in big clumps, but that's okay. There's quite a few seed in there. And you can see it's still, like it's kind of stuck to my hand in between my fingers because my hands are a little bit on the moist side. So we're just going to do that. There we go. And I'm going to press it down with 2 hands. Much quicker if I do it that way. Okay. And I'm just going to quickly do a label here. And just tilt so you guys can see what I'm doing here, and then it'll be snapdragons. So this is English lavender. Okay. I'm just going to stick it here where I stopped. Okay. Now I'm going to do the snapdragon seed. I can't wait to see what these look like. This is the rainbow mix. West Coast seeds are so good. I can't rave about them enough. So 8 to 10 weeks inside, 10 to 21 days to germinate, and pinching like I mentioned earlier. So let's see. I know these are small seed too. And these have approximately 1,830 seeds in the pack, 91% germination rate. So I find like with West Coast seeds and Johnny seeds, they tell you the germination rate. Oh yeah, there's a lot in there. Oh, it's even worse than carrot seed. Can it be any worse? Yes, it can. I'm just going to sprinkle this on here. I'm just going to go up and down. Just so, and then I'll go back and forth. And once again, they're stuck to my fingers. That's good. And then I'm going to just check, and there's a few more in there. I mean, I probably didn't have to take it out in my hand. I probably could have just did it right from the container, but I don't know. I think I get a better spread when I do it by hand. And I'm just going to push it in. Make contact on top of the surface. And make a label. And that's rainbow mixed snapdragons. And if you want to be really smart, if you find the seeds are really good and you want to know where you got them from, if you don't remember, you could always like put a couple initials on your tag. I'm just going to say rainbow mixed snap, my date, and these are West Coast, so I'm going to put a WC on them just because. And just take this one out. I'm going to put a B for burpees. There. All right, and now I'm going to mist them in, and that is a big job done. It doesn't take long once you get at it. It's just getting organized, I think, is the key to doing these. I love these trays. These are Jiffy trays as well. It was not intentional. Hopefully my tag is not going to be too high. I'm going to have to angle it. And we'll put the humidity dome on. And then I am going to move them to their forever home. Over here, clean up a little bit. And under the light it goes. You know, I will tell you guys, I have bought some of these domes from the dollar store. And the domes did not stay on, didn't fit at all. So buyer beware. I still was able to use the trays, but the domes were absolutely horrible. Horrible. So this one is a pleasure to work with. So there you have it. So we have coleus we planted a few days ago. We have our Dalmatian foxglove, and we have a lavender and snapdragon here. And I will come around probably tomorrow and do a yeast spray on it to help with germination with this and with the digitalis or foxglove. So that's it for today's video. I hope you will like and subscribe and leave me some comments. If you planted any of these seeds before, let me know. Love to hear from you. And you're going to see a lot more seed starting videos because it's just that time of year, but I will mix it up a bit for you. So thank you for watching. Let gardening warm your soul. See you in the next video. Bye.